Welcome to the Vancast, people. Your host tonight, Dank Spicoli, and my co-host, CC. We're going to interview Virgil Poor.
Hello. Thanks
Virgil, thanks for being on the show tonight, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
How you been, Dank?
Long time no see.
Oh man, it's been a crazy year, hectic, you know what I mean? And now around the holidays and everything, it's just crazy.
Did y'all make it home to the family?
We made it to her family, and got to hang out with her mom and dad, but we still haven't made it back to Montana yet. We're on our way out there right now. But yeah, it's gonna be a good Christmas. And so, how you been?
I've been alright. Yeah. Ate a lot of food over the holidays.
Nice. Yeah. So tonight, let's talk about a numerous list of general topics, and we'll touch base on various things from conspiracy to weed to
Migrants,
guns,
global warming.
I like guns. That's what's up.
So you're a big gun guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I shoot them all the time. I think it's fun. Like, I ain't got no automatic weapons or nothing like that, but that's, you know, you got all these people talking about gun laws and stuff anymore. I think it sucks because it makes all the gun prices go up. That's all it's doing. You know, everybody's like trying to buy guns up.
Right.
You know, they're having record sales in guns right now because it's a scare tactic they're doing. You know, so a normal gun that had been like $100 is now $300.
Right.
You know, if you're a real gun guy and a gun collector and a gun person, just like shooting them, having fun, you can't do that no more without being super rich.
Right, you gotta really like guns
Yeah.
to collect them anyway, because
Like
otherwise they just sit there.
I was thought about doing a little podcast about guns, but
Oh, everyone has a podcast about guns, huh?
yeah, but then you got to plug like one brand or something. Whoever's supporting your channel, you know, whoever's sending you the guns, you got to plug them.
No, well,
Even
we're
if you hate
just
the
talking
gun,
about
it might
guns.
make you biased toward your opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've noticed sometimes when they do that, they'll put in the thing, I was paid or whatever.
Yeah, so and so sent me the rifle or whatever. Yeah, click here
to give
for
my
the page.
honest opinion
Yeah.
on their product.
It's like, how can it be that honest? They're paying your paycheck. You know what I mean? So I won't do that. I thought about doing one, but then it'd just be me shooting guns. I'd watch the shit out of it.
Exactly.
so let's stay on the subject of guns.
Oh, okay.
In the last few years in the United States, there's been mass tragedies retaining around guns.
Yeah.
What do you think, as a country, excuse me, in whole, what can we do to change that scenario?
Okay, we do background checks right now when you purchase a gun. Unless you're buying it second hand, you really got to go through that process. I think they should put, maybe try to enforce some kind of law about selling it second hand.
Yeah.
You know, maybe do it like a car title.
Yep. A car title.
Where you have to go to the courthouse, change it right then.
Exactly.
If you don't, then you're going to get in trouble later on.
Well, if you
know what I
just
mean?
make it a little harder.
That maybe doing a background check for like mental stability.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
you should go and do like a concealed weapons training class, and they should like inspect your and do like a mental evaluation on you, and then you get like a license to where you can have a gun.
Or
that
not.
would be fine with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can show them my license. I can get any gun I want.
Well, you know what I'm saying? If I have an eye problem, they won't let me drive a car.
Right.
So if I have a, you know what I'm saying, something like that. I mean.
Exactly.
They need it, but they won't be able to take them completely out of people's hands. So if they make it just a little harder, you know, a few extra steps. Some people just don't want to do those extra steps.
But I think they should really focus in on the second-hand sales.
It's a second hand.
Yeah. If they focus in on that, I think that would stop a whole lot of it.
Right. Exactly.
Staying on that topic, so I agree with you 100%.
Did I glaze over that? Was that detailed enough? Or
no,
I answered the question.
I really think mental illness as a huge upswing in America for some reason. You know what I mean?
Well, they see the world is going crazy around them.
Are we talking about conspiracies right now?
Yeah,
Because I get started on it.
We're talking about guns. And
We're still talking about guns, but
No, that's the government. Government makes you stupid. You're only taught enough in school to make you just smart enough to know how to work. And even that's not working anymore.
Well, let's talk about conspiracies for a moment.
Let's. What do you want?
So, what do you think the government? What kind of conspiracies of the government do you think there are out there? Just in general.
In general?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
I think the government's done 5 steps ahead of all of us. I think they control everything, pretty much. I mean, through
They're what, like cell phones?
Yeah, through cell phones, social media, the internet, TV.
TV, yeah.
I mean, anything. And
Yeah, and then you got that white noise.
yeah.
Thing,
The
and-
vibrations mess with some shit in your head that makes you stupid or do stupid shit. You know what I mean? And
Right. Well, like that one article where the lady, she went over in Japan and her daughter was.
But you got some people that are. You got to use key gloves around there. Like this guy that had a mental. Like one of these shootings, like down in Florida, maybe. The mass shootings.
Yeah.
And like, didn't his mom say like he was talking about killing people or something? And he had like a mental illness.
Well, and it
or
had that
something?
video where it showed him coming outside of his house. The neighbor was talking about a crazy neighbor. It happened to be him. And he's coming out like yelling and talking to himself and acting like
Yeah,
he
but
was
the mom,
shooting.
instead of taking the guns away from this kid, she goes and tells the police, and the police just blow it off. Because everybody's just afraid to do anything. Everybody's afraid to step up and do something.
when he got
like
in
when a
tr-
tragedy happens, you got 50 people around with cell phones videotaping it. It's supposed
Right.
to trying to help somebody,
yeah.
That's my thing. Like, I think a lot of these shootings could have been prevented if people would have acted.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think about grabbing my cell phone when something's going down.
Me neither.
Until after the fact, I'm like, oh man, I should have probably got that on tape.
Yeah, I could have went viral.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that was pretty, like when he fought the wildfire in Montana once day. I did get it on video because he was wearing flip-flops and they were catching
But
on fire.
Back to the mass shootings and conspiracies, though. I'd really like to know about what really happened with that Las Vegas thing.
I know.
Man.
Yeah, it had to be more than, I don't think it was just
I
that guy.
haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy how it's just been swept
Didn't
away.
they, when they first come out and they found out who he was, and they tried to say he was a professional gambler,
Yeah, he was just
and
like
then come find out he worked for Lockheed Martin,
Yeah.
government shit.
Yeah.
something.
Well, in the past, turned professional gambler.
Yeah,
You know, there's a bunch of different reports.
I think he was selling guns to Arabs. They shot him, and then the police were coming up there because they shot the damn bellboy too, not knowing what the hell who he was. And then when the police come up there, they just start firing on the crowd, figuring it would be like a diversion.
So you think
All the
the
cops
police-
and ambulances would be down there, and they
You
could
think
try to
the
make it get
cops
away.
shot people?
No, I think it was Arabs.
I think there was
You know
more
what I'm saying?
than
Or
one
people
person.
overseas, like ISIS
You know
or
what I
something,
Yeah.
was making a gun deal with this guy.
I
That's why he
see.
had all these guns up there. Okay.
So they wanted to
They wanted to look at him
and blame it on him.
So they figured they'd go up there, shoot him, and take his guns, or whatever he had, or whatever. Or maybe they got into a fight. Maybe he just had a bunch of money. Maybe they just didn't want to pay him. Whatever. Something happened, and they shot this fool. And then when they thought the cops were coming, little bellboy knocks on the door. They shot him, thinking it's the cops, and they realized they just shot another freaking person.
But the
And
video.
then the cops are called, and then now they're stuck up in this room. So I think they started dumping on the crowd until the cops backed off so they could get out.
Right.
Because the cops they said after the bellboys, they shot through the door and killed that bellboy or whatever, and started firing out the windows. Cops were immediately, like right then, going up the steps, what the hotel people said. And yet he fired for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, for some reason.
Supposedly it's one person too, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it's one person.
He told me he jogged like 24 foot back and forth between the windows in like a matter of
He
seconds.
killed 58 people.
Holding big ass. I don't believe that. I believe there was at least 2 or 3 people.
I think there was at least
I don't
one.
know.
You know, in there. What I don't
At
get
least
is there's so many cameras in Vegas, and they won't release any of the cameras.
Yeah, it's just.
What I'm saying
but I don't
that-
get why the cops
well,
do that.
the
If there's
videos-
nothing's really going on.
The
why
videos
wouldn't
they did release of him, going in and out of his hotel room, the actual door going in and out of his room, It just shows them with like suitcases going up the elevator, going
full
to
of
his
fucking
room.
guns and ammo.
Yeah, but that's it. They didn't show like no
The only thing that pokes a
visitors
hole in my
coming in
theory-
and going.
The only thing pokes a hole in my theory of him selling guns is if he was just selling guns, he wouldn't have had ammo. Yeah, I
Unless he was selling them and they said we need ammo to go with it.
right. Unless he was selling the guns he had right there with him.
Right,
You
and
know what I mean?
they were like, we
I
need
don't
the
know,
ammo with
it's
them.
very, very
How many guns they
weird.
found? Like 20?
I don't know. It's all speculation.
And then the bump stock was on one of them, so automatically, oh Lord.
You
bump
know,
stocks
and we will
need to be
never
held
know
off.
because, and we will never know because the
This blows
shooter
my
is
mind.
dead. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how convenient.
Yeah, bump stocks, guns, all that shit. It doesn't.
This motherfucker's wearing gloves. Why you worry about your fingerprints if you're gonna plan on killing yourself when you got done doing what you done? Why would you wear the gloves?
I think he didn't plan on dying.
I don't either.
I think he
it was a
planned
gun
on-
deal. I think it was a gun deal gone bad. Is what
Yeah, I think he planned on getting the hell out of there, and you know.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's a issue.
Or if he had a mental problem, he could have been up there with his guns and been watching all the crowd. Like, you know, I'm just gonna fire on these people because he was there all weekend. So I think he
Yeah,
just
it's just-
watched and
it's just
debated. I mean, if he was
super
mentally
bad that,
not
know.
there,
Right.
it's like I'm a gambler. My life is shit. I'm just gonna take out
just-
everybody and hopefully
I
they'll
just
kill
don't
me or I'll kill
know,
myself. I don't know.
You know, we have to get a grip on the mental illness in this country for sure, because it's everywhere and it's spreading like wildfire. You know?
The thing is,
It's almost like it's in the water.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
How I get
Speaking
started.
of wildfires,
well, speaking of water, they put fluoride in the water. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can speculate on that. I mean, I know it's in like the ocean has fluoride in it, but I don't think it's the same kind of fluoride as they're putting in our water. I think they put fluoride in there that makes you domicile, or you know what I'm saying, like a more compliant.
yeah.
Dumbs you down a little bit, makes you a little bit lazy. Not enough to where you won't get up and go do something, but enough to where you won't get up and go protest or
Right.
kind of accept what's going on.
It's like mind control.
Yeah. And that's yeah.
They might be giving
I
out
don't drink
subliminal
Pepsi.
messages.
as much as I can get out of it,
Me either.
you know. But I really don't trust bottled water either anymore. So either way, I think you're getting dumbed down.
It probably bottled water is probably straight out of the tap, anyways. Just filtered,
Yeah,
and
just filtered.
refined, and
Well, they talked about all them drugs and chemicals they found in the water. You know.
Or in the plastic bottle itself.
Oh no, I'm talking about when they went to like these cities and went to their water treatment plants and took samples of water they're
Yeah,
putting back in
they
there.
were bad.
Oh man, the drugs
Bad, yeah.
that was in it was crazy.
huh?
Mood stabilizers, all kinds, estrogen pills. They're turning, to quote Alex Jones, turning the frogs gay.
For real.
You know, they put so much of this estrogen water, they pump it into this river, dude, and it turned all the fish into females.
Yes.
All the frogs back into females.
That might be why these kids like hormones.
But you
and
kill
stuff.
off some wildlife like that, dude, it could change our ecosystem around.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think these people don't get.
we're doing that too slowly.
Yeah. They need a
Building-
filter for this stuff, or they're gonna pump it back into our rivers, or drink it. Come on. If it's
And then
turning-
global warming.
And they wonder why a 5-year-old doesn't know if he's a boy or a girl.
Right, he probably drank water
It's
right out the
y'all
tap.
probably, y'all probably right next to that shit plant that's fucking pumping water back out there full of estrogen.
I think we need to
Codeine
put
and
stipulations on
heroin.
how old a female can be when she turns, you know, to have kids.
I think we should have a license to have kids.
Yeah, it's got to be something because
You should
we're
be able to pass certain shit in your life to have a kid.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody
Yeah.
should just be able to spare their
No,
eggs and
no.
pop a baby out.
No, you got to have a steady
It
job.
should be like China. You should be allowed like one boy. You know, you can have a special permit to have a girl or something.
Because I mean, we're
Why?
So because
yeah.
the less girls, the less population people get, and they're like ass to ass, cock to cock right now, walking around in that motherfucker.
I know.
Yep,
They're packed,
that's how we're gonna be.
living in fucking closets because there's so many goddamn people living there.
Speaking
Have
of
you
people,
seen like they just walk arm in arm?
That's what I'm saying. They're down the
I
street
can't-
to like this, you know.
I couldn't stand it.
No.
I'd be so claustrophobic.
Well, even you'd be kind of tall there, so you might be able to see over top of
I don't
them a
know.
little
I'm about the size of him.
bit. What was you gonna say there, Dake? I think I cut you off, man.
I was gonna say, speaking of people, what do you think about all the migrants coming up through Mexico?
Honestly, I think we should stop the caravan where they're at right now, wherever they're at. Stop them. Okay, government should fly in, set up tents, and start screening these people. Alright, if you don't pass your screening process for whatever reason, inconclusive or whatever,
you gotta go back.
You sit to the side for a while. We let the people who we know are decent people,
Their background
not criminals,
checks and everything comes
not
back.
mentally unstable, ain't part of no gangs, nothing like that. They're really just looking for a nice place to go and are willing to go through all the steps to become an American. And then we let them in, or let them close to being in. And
Some kind of screening process.
And then we send them to the other way, to becoming a citizen. We send them on the way to becoming a citizen. Now, other people that don't pass it, I think we should turn around and head out. And if they act, I don't care what they say, if they're innocent or not, if they try to bust through our border without going through any kind of shit, I think we start boning them down. I mean, they should meet the military. You know what I mean? I think Trump's right about using military force if they try to bust through. I really do. Because that's not, you're not trying to do nothing the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just coming in like, fuck it, I'm here, deal with me. That's bullshit.
They don't realize how much chaos it would
And
be.
if their country's so shitty, why don't they stay in Mexico? I know cities in Mexico that are pretty fucking nice.
Right.
Why wouldn't they just be like, you know what, this is way nicer where we was at. Why don't we just chill right here?
Well, what I'm saying is, how do they expect us just to be like, come on in, a whole crowd of 5,000 people just come storming in? What are they going to do?
And we got to accept your religion and
They're
your
just going to
ways.
start separating? I mean, I just don't get...
Like, they took over Dearborn, man. It's called Little Baghdad.
Dearborn, Michigan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. They had like a parade, dude. Somebody did in somewhere on the other side of town, man. And the people from our Saudi or whatever, the Arab people come over, man. It was like, run them out.
I would
Run them out. They had like an American flag was walking around this little building up there or something, dude. Fucking run them out of there.
shout out
This
to
ain't
everyone
America.
in Michigan
That's what they were telling them.
for passing legalization of marijuana. That's awesome.
Woo!
Some shit needs to be done in Detroit, though.
Hats off to
The
Michigan.
government's give up on Detroit. They need to do something about it. They need to flip that place around.
Yeah.
Detroit's coming back. Detroit's coming back.
It's got so much potential.
It's good. It had potential. It was growing, dude. I don't know, something happened there. I'm not going to go
Lions-
into it, but I'll make a lot
The
of people
Lions
angry.
may suck, but
I don't know, man. I think they got the potential to turn it around.
I think that-
Man, it's a lot of us. We should do go up there and flip Detroit around. Man, can make millions if you done it right.
I think with the legalization of marijuana, the state of Michigan
they will. They're
is
gonna
going
have
to
a lot
turn
of new
around.
tax
They're
money
going
there.
to fix their
That's what I'm
schools.
saying. Maybe they'll
Their
have to run it.
streets,
fix
maybe they'll fix the roads.
roads.
The roads are hard up there to get
All
They're
to
the
so
roads
the
are
hard.
street. They're going
It's
to.
like,
Boom, boom.
It's going to be a huge change. You're going to see. It's going to be like Oregon and Colorado and all those states that have been prospering from.
I think you're 2 minutes.
2 minutes and we'll take a short break.
All right.
Anything you want to know before we go to break?
We're talking about weed. We can stay on that and then come back and finish talking about weed.
We were talking about weed. Oh
Yeah,
you said
legalization in
That's right.
Michigan.
Sorry, I've been drinking a little bit.
And the taxes.
Sorry, people out there. Want you?
It's all good. So, how many years have you been smoking weed?
How old was you when you started?
Off and on since I had my permit. Since I first got my permit.
16.
I did once before that, but it was just the one time, and it was like
Didn't count.
I was so young.
It was
when I
probably
done it.
grass out in the yard your buddies had.
Well, I only hit it a couple times, and I didn't know. I just remember laughing and acting stupid, but I think it was more of an act. I don't think I was really that high.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I really don't count that as my first time.
Really?
Yeah.
So, explain the differences. I see you drinking beer. I'm drinking beer. I'm a beer drinker, and I smoke weed. What would you say the difference between smoking a joint and drinking a beer? Kind of define the two definitions. What does your body feel differently?
That's that's good. That's a bigger question.
You're more out of control to me when you drink. as where you're smoking a joint. You're in control of yourself.
It's like you go to a party and there's somebody running around acting really stupid, really obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? Just breaking stuff, acting stupid.
A drunk.
Yeah, drunk. They're drunk. They ain't never stoned out of their mind.
Right.
You know, he's stoned out of your mind. You on the couch like, look at this fool. That's my thing. I think you can function better. And I hate to stereotype that pot makes you lazy. It don't do that either.
It doesn't make me lazy.
It depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, it does.
If I want to sit around and watch TV and be lazy,
right.
when I smoke a joint, it's going to set me where I need to be.
Really
but if I want to mow the grass, I'll smoke a joint and it gets me going.
I'm out to do more stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that's where the phrase, hold my beer. I think that's why, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear nobody say, hey, hold my joint.
Right.
Why go do something stupid? You know, hey, hold my beer.
Okay.
But if you're a real alcoholic, you hold on to your beer. Why you do stupid stuff?
Yeah, and not spill it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to smoke some grass.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Welcome back to the Vancast. Before we went on break, we were talking about the legalization of marijuana a little bit. We were kind of scratching the surface. We're back. We got some Nag Chumba burning. We got 2 spliffs rolled. We're gonna smoke some weed and continue this awesome conversation with Virgil. So let's do it. I'm gonna fire up one and we'll just kind of go with the flow and see where it takes us. So, what do you think, where legalization of marijuana, where do you think it's gonna go? Do you think a lot of the states around the following states that have already legalized marijuana, do you think they're gonna follow suit? And
eventually, yes.
Eventually?
Yeah, I think the southern states will be the hardest ones, or the last ones
yes,
to go.
because they're so full of...
you got the Bible Belt, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're
the South.
ignorant of weed and its medical purposes, you know what I mean?
They're just so dead set in their ways.
Right, they were raised in the 50s where they had the weed madness,
yeah,
weed
devil's
fever,
lettuce.
reefer fever and shit.
Devil's lettuce.
So what you're saying...
and you were more like Flashdance,
There's a lot of people...
Not Flashdance, but Footloose.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, there's a lot of people in the South you think smoke or use marijuana, but higher officials are just against it?
Oh, yeah. For a long time I thought it was because of tobacco, in the southern states, or whatever crop they grow.
Right.
I know the state that I'm currently living in is tobacco. Used to be the big thing.
It rivals marijuana.
The marijuana crop would rival the tobacco,
if it came in to play.
Anymore, you don't see small
farmers.
But
they're totally different crops.
The kids nowadays don't want to be farmers.
Right.
So farms are disappearing. So really it's just going to come down to whatever the government wants to plant is what it's going to come down to. And I think marijuana as a industry would hold a lot of potential for jobs and everything.
Oh, most def.
You'd have farms, and then you have the stores to sell it. It's just there's tax revenue there to be made too, just like beer.
Yeah, there's a major money opportunity for each state to capitalize on, to fix the roads like we were talking, help out the schools. I think the very first thing that it should fund automatically, it should put in, and if Michigan's smart, they would use this as a positive thing right off the bat when they bring weed into the system. They should automatically say, look, the very first day, we're gonna outfit every school in the state of Michigan with metal detectors. Boom. Right there, they could do it. Right there. The very first day they made like $15 million in the state of Oregon the very first day that it went legal for sales.
Taxes
Wow.
off
You
of
know
it.
what I mean? So there's a
And it
there's a
goes into the
huge
schools, all that
Right.
stuff.
There's a
And it's
huge
a whole lot
revenue
better than
for it.
beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to cut down on alcoholism and all that, man? Legalize pot. You want to open up the jail?
It's better for you.
Yeah.
There's so many people behind bars just for having a
Drinking and driving
Yeah.
and killing people behind the wheel.
Oh, well, those people should be in jail.
yeah. Those people should be in jail.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's like
Weed doesn't make you do all that.
there's so many people in jail for possession of over an ounce. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just it's taken up too many spots in jail. And
Costing us money.
I
Taxpayers'
truly hope
money.
that
Well, I mean, the same thing
changes.
applies. If they make it legal, growing your own and transporting it around like that will still be illegal. It'll be like moonshining.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Unless you're buying it from a government place, it's still going to be illegal.
Right.
yeah.
Granted, the laws will be softer. If you
Speaking
get
of
caught
moonshine,
with it.
I think it's a little time for
It
a
is
little
time.
shine.
A little time for a little shine. Yeah, you made a little rhyme there.
No, but
Is it legal in your state?
No, it isn't. I live in the South, so no, it is not.
You got medical legalized?
No.
Oh, not
that-
even medical?
No. No. Nope, they still drug test me for my job. So,
For shame.
yeah. I think it's a personal, what is that, violation of my personal privacy?
Yeah.
I hope so.
You know? I think it is. I think any drug test is, really. Unless I show up with alcohol on my breath or
You get
cocaine or whatever they think I'm on, smeared all over my face and acting stupid, I think it should be okay.
Or you get hurt.
Right. I mean, I don't smoke weed and go to work, but if I go home on the weekends or after work and want to chill out and smoke one, what's the problem? And if they drug test, if I smoke one on the weekends, they drug test me on a Wednesday, it's going to be in my system.
Right.
Right.
I think that's wrong.
That's the only thing I don't like about weed. It
Right,
stays in your system too long. Well,
And I think they're too harsh on it. And it's just a joint.
Alright.
You know, I think they should test you for alcohol. If you're coming to work drunk, especially at a factory like I work at, you should be, because it's a danger.
Yeah.
But pot, all you're going to do is go slow.
Right.
You're not going to hurt nobody. You're just going to go a little bit slower maybe than you normally would. I've went to work high before, not the job I'm at now, but I have done it before. You know, but it didn't affect me like that. You know what I mean?
Where you gonna?
Right.
Didn't I know my limits? I didn't, toke down a whole ounce before I went in.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think they're a little bit too harsh on it. I really do. But I think all that's going to lighten up. You know,
I
it's just
hope
going to
so.
take time. They're going to see that, like once Michigan goes here and then, Ohio or whatever down here, before they see all these states really booming from it,
Right.
Yeah.
they're going to switch. Because then they're going to be like, well, you know what? We got the fields down here in the South that grow the stuff.
If we had some extra money.
Yeah. Even hemp.
Alright.
They don't even get you high.
Well,
but
and
God,
they
they
had
can make
the-
ropes out of
Clothes.
it. Everything. There's like 1,001
This
different
area
uses for it.
right here has the climate for it too, big time. You know. What
I'll
I
go ahead
mean?
and drop the bomb. I'm actually living in Kentucky, so.
Nice.
But I mean, even there, they're just so uptight about it. You talk to anybody older, you're a pothead.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
good.
Don't get me wrong, I
it
mean-
definitely has a bad rap, but like I said, like.
But
there's
it's
so
more of the
many-
norm now.
There's
Things are
so many
changing.
people out there that need it for their body, like me, dude.
That's what I'm
You know what I mean?
That's why I don't think pain pills are. I don't think that should be a jail sentence either. I don't do them, but it's just I don't know. It just seems to me like it's a pointless crime. You're only hurting yourself. If you really think weed's so bad for you, why is it illegal? Why do you
Right.
care if I want to go out and kill myself? You know what I mean? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why should that be a jail sentence if I'm hurting myself and nobody else? You know.
Interesting.
I think they should make all drugs. No drug should be, maybe a fine if you get caught acting stupid in public. You know what I mean? Like a DUI kind of thing. But it should not be, oh, you're going to fucking penitentiary because you had fucking, a line of crack or whatever.
That would be like Amsterdam then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You know, and the crime is like so much better over there.
Yeah.
You know, it is. This is way lower. Nobody fucks with nobody because they can go do whatever they want. They ain't got to fuck with nobody.
Right.
I'm good with that. I'll fire up my little
All right.
grapey joint over here.
We'll take a
great.
roach and stuff it
Yum.
out.
That's right. Put that in a pipe plate or something. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's my thing, man.
Okay. Still on the topic of weed. Tonight we're in Colorado, where a lot of smokers are using glass to smoke out of, but we are using
Papyrus.
papers. So, in the East Coast, everyone rolls joints. Wouldn't you say?
For the most part. I think it's out of convenience, though. You know what I mean?
I just feel like the East Coast
Well, if I'm
rolls joints
driving,
way more
I
than the
smoke a
West
joint
Coast.
better than a pipe.
See what I mean?
They do. You go, I've been out to California, and you go somewhere and they're like, hey, you want to smoke some weed? And you're like, yeah. They pull out a bong or
A
something.
bong or a pipe.
You know,
I mean, there's nothing-
they don't twist one
I mean,
up.
Dank loves
Right.
bongs
Yeah.
and loves pipes and shit, but I'm just saying, you know.
But I think that's laziness.
Yeah.
I think that's laziness, Dank. I really do. Because I think it is because they don't know how and are unwilling to learn how to roll a joint.
Well, I tell you right now.
Because if you go out there, man, people sell a lot of those little rolling machines.
Oh yeah.
Or those little rolling things you put
Yeah,
in there.
I
and
used to
twist
have
them.
one.
Yeah, see?
I used to have
See?
one.
See?
Yeah.
Learn how to twist a joint, man. Quit being lazy.
Oh man, it took me like 10 years to finally twist a good cigarette roller.
Mine
A
is like a
cigarette.
loosely rolled burrito.
A badly rolled burrito.
You can actually roll, CC?
Yes.
Oh, I remember back in the day, me and CC, you would. I was learning how to roll too. We was gonna be old fatties.
Big.
How many
Bad
how many
pregnant.
years did it take you to roll a joint?
She
Probably
still
about-
can't roll one good.
I can't roll one,
shit.
but it'll smoke.
You're still trying to learn?
I believe she's still trying, man.
Man, I am too though, man. It's a art, you know.
It is, man. I tried to learn how to do it with one hand.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I had an uncle one time.
I could do it, but it's barely smokable. It looks like something a fourth grader rolled.
I had an uncle that could go down the road, drive in his truck, and roll a joint.
Shut up.
Yep.
What was
With
his
one
name?
hand. I'm not gonna throw his name out there, but you know.
I
What
had
I
an
mean.
uncle too, like that, man.
Really?
God rest his soul. He used to carry around on his keychain that hung from those old trucks right there on the console, or on the column, right?
Uh-huh.
You had your keychain hanging down. He had one of those scissors that you pulled out and you folded like that. You just
Right.
pull it.
Oh yeah, those little scissors. Those are
he
cool.
pulled those
yeah.
out. He had a big long ass keychain, leather keychain thing on it. He'd pull it out. He'd flatten out a spot on his jeans up here near his crotch. He'd sit there and fucking cut up the bud going down the road.
Oh yeah.
Sit there and chop it up. Get him that now. And he's sitting and roll it up, put his knee up there. Get it started. You get it started, get it tucked in there to where he can just roll it, and he pull it with one hand
Yeah.
and roll it. Earl, you know Earl CC.
Yeah. Here.
See my thoughts on weed. When you smoke, you just kind of want to be a better person. You know what I mean? You want to be a cooler person for sure. You know what I mean? Like even when you're out in public.
It makes me realize. I don't know, man. Just calming me down. I can step back for a minute. Be like, wait a minute. Whatever. If something's upsetting me, I can step back and be like, wait a minute. Why am I so upset?
It gives you the ability
Yeah.
to
It gives
have
you a little
a,
confidence.
a
You know what I
bigger
mean?
perspective
Yeah.
on things. It lets you take a moment to focus and take everything.
It makes
into
you
perspective.
focus. It's like an enhancer. You know what I mean?
It just helps me not give a shit, and I think that's the key to life.
Yeah,
Amen,
because you'll
brother.
go crazy at that.
Yeah,
Amen.
I work at a factory, dude. The government fucks me on my goddamn paycheck every time
Do
I
they
turn
really?
around, dude. It's just stupid. I gotta act like somebody I'm not when I go to this place. You know, I think it's a shame that a man has to get up. He's born. He's got
Right.
fucking 18 years, and then he's got to work his fucking life away. That's all you got. If I knew that, man, I would have partied even twice as harder than I was.
Really?
Yeah, you know, because I got responsibilities and shit. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
money sucks.
I just think it's a shame we got to work our whole life away.
Right.
And I can see working. I don't know, man. maybe I just don't. I don't feel like there's a. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated with my job. Maybe it's what's the core the problem here, guys.
I just hit that.
After I get done smoking this, I ain't gonna give a shit.
That makes me say this. There's so many people out there worldwide that have watched videos and everything from America and heard all the great, wonderful stories about America, and they want to come here because they think it's totally the land of the free. But when you get here, if you don't work, you're going to be homeless, you know, sleeping on the fucking streets and
not
shit.
Not anymore. They'll give you food cards and pay low budget housing for $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not even an American citizen. That blows my mind. That's how backwards.
I can't get those $20.
I can't either. You want to know why? Because I work.
Yeah.
And I need the help, and I still can't get it. But if I wasn't working at all, I could probably live better than I am right now.
Maybe.
But I feel lazy. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I gotta do something.
What kills me is when I go to work and I bust ass. I mean, bust ass hardcore for like 10, 12, sometimes like 15-hour days, you know what I mean? And I make like 150, maybe $200 at the max a day, right?
Right.
And then you come home and you got like $300 fucking electric bills and shit.
Yeah.
You know what
How
I
do
mean?
they expect you to have any money?
All you have
to do
time,
anything?
all you can do is like pay it.
That's what I'm saying.
The rate that
and then you got car
make,
insurance.
And you got food, groceries, gas.
that's a whole
There's
nother
no
thing,
fun money.
You know?
There's no fun money.
No, there's nothing left.
For fun.
You know, they've like they're like sucking the money out of the economy with their just high prices.
And I don't know
on
why we gotta
everything,
pay
You know what I mean?
taxes.
That's how I feel.
I don't even think we should have to pay taxes.
I don't see why we have to pay taxes on the stuff we buy if they're already taking it out of our paycheck.
Right.
Well, I believe
That's what kills me, and it's because not everybody works.
I
But if
believe
they're going to take it out on the food and everything else, then we shouldn't have to pay taxes out of our paycheck. I don't think.
I don't think either.
I believe a man or a woman in the United States of America, whatever you say you're going to work every day and working, that shouldn't be taxed. because you go to the store, it's taxed. You go to the gas station, you pay tax. Everything else you're constantly already paying. So why are they taking, you know, I just don't feel it's right that they're taking it.
So much tax on everything.
Yeah, so much tax on everything. That's my point.
And then act like they can't build a goddamn highway. Had to put fucking toll booths in it.
That's why we's
What the
gonna come
gosh
in
fuck
and
is that?
save.
I don't get a tow booth either.
And then you'll see them not work on the road for 2 years. But yet that toll booth stays open $8 a time you go across the
That's
fucking
what I'm
bridge.
saying. I don't see it.
That's
I
why
don't
hopefully
understand.
weed, by the legalization of weed, it's going to help the mental situation in America. It's going to help the economy like crazy because it's going to be putting people to work. Even the people that are not working right now, you know, like some of your homeless people and stuff. There's a job in the weed side of things for people like that, you know, digging.
And they could actually
the
make
easy
signs
shit,
in that
you know,
say,
lifting
"We'll
shit
work
and-
for weed."
There's jobs.
Ah,
There's jobs right now them homeless people can go get.
yeah.
There is. And if there ain't where they're at, they need to walk as far as they can to another town and try to find a job there.
Right.
I don't believe in home. I don't believe that homeless is something that you have no choice about.
Not after a while. Now I can see maybe you being homeless.
No, there's
for
too much. There's too
a
much
couple
government.
of weeks, maybe living out of your car until you get your
Well,
job.
if you ain't even got a
rolling.
car, if you got booted out, with nothing,
If you got a car, you're not homeless.
there's government programs that'll help you get on your feet
Right.
if you're willing to put forth effort.
Right.
And that's what's. I think it's a bunch of lazy people. If you want to be honest, I hate to be cold like that.
Well, a lot of it, to be honest,
I mean, there
with
might
you,
be rare exceptions. I'm not saying. Maybe somebody did get thrown that on their ass and had no idea. And they was just whatever clothes they had on their back.
honestly, I think a lot of it.
But
goes
you think
back,
you'd have a friend or somebody let you crash on your couch to, at least a couple nights to figure it out, some kind of government something. You know what I
Assistance or
mean?
something.
I honestly think it goes back. A lot of it goes back to mental health, man. Because a lot of you mean
maybe that's it. Maybe that's the rare exceptions I'm not thinking about. People that maybe got mental health problems. And,
yeah, you talk to a lot of those people on the street. They're not
Like-
all there. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, I don't know.
Because I
I'm
try
talking
to help
total
them.
ignorance
and
here.
stuff.
I just
When I like, if I go out to a restaurant and I eat, and I got leftovers and I put it in one of those white styrofoam things and I walk out there.
Bag, yeah.
And I walk out there, and if there's a homeless guy hungry right at the door, sometimes in California they'll be right at the
And
door.
I'm all for that. If you want to
You
give
know
them
what I mean?
food or something like that,
Right.
I'm all for that.
It's the money.
Yeah,
So-
I don't believe in giving them money. If you hand them food and they don't act like they're grateful, then they're not. They're just wanting the money. They're wanting it for something else. You know what I mean? I don't believe in that. Like the little signs outside the Walmart.
Once
Half
in a
those
while-
people drive from Walmart to Walmart just fucking putting up a sign saying, need gas money.
Once in a while,
Great job.
I'll give them
Traveling.
money,
We
but very
saw 100%
rarely
traveling.
I give them money.
I know, this
You know
one
what I
said
mean?
we're traveling. There's 3 of them.
You give them money? You gave them money?
Once in a
On the
while,
side
I
of the
give
road,
them
look
money.
at the sign.
Well, I've gave them rides. I've gave them money, all kinds of stuff.
I
you
seen a
know?
guy. It was the best thing in the world. And I wish I would took. This is before. See, I was born, believe it or not, before cell phones and all that shit. So this was before really good. Everybody started really taking pictures of everything. Okay, I had a little Nextel flip phone, and I was traveling. I was down in I think it was West Palm Beach, Florida.
Really?
Where it was at, and it's got like a big double lane partition in the middle. It's like grass, palm trees growing in it.
Yeah.
And there's a spot where it gets kind of close together with both sides there for a minute. And there's a couple stoplights. Well, homeless people walk up and down through there with a sign, because people stop there. There's a guy walking, and it was just, I gave him, that's the only person I've ever given any money to, and I gave him $1.
Right.
And I was laughing at his sign is what got me. And it said, this is all it read, I ain't gonna lie. And down below it said, I just want to buy a beer. So I said, here's your $1, go buy you a beer, buddy. I appreciate your honesty.
I
thought you-
want to buy beer.
Yeah, I just want to buy a beer.
I thought you were gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, I just want to get high. All right.
That would have been even better.
All right. With that, we're gonna go to break, and when we come back,
Yes.
I don't know. We'll talk
Just
something.
warming up.
Yes. Thanks. Welcome back to the Vancast. We went to a short break, and before
Brought a
break,
couple of joints.
before we went to break, we were talking about weed. We got some Nag Chumba burning, and now we're about to fire up 2 awesome spliffs and continue our awesome conversation with Virgil Poor. So let's do that.
Where was we at?
Everyone ready to get a little stoned on tonight?
Hell yeah. I've been waiting on that for you fired up.
Yeah. So I asked you the question.
Start over.
Welcome back to the Vancast. We just got off of another little break, and right before we went to break, we smoked a couple J's, and we kind of had a great conversation on the topic of legalization of marijuana, and we kind of swirled around everything. I want to talk about what's going on lately in California
Ooh, the fires.
and the fires. Recently I've been researching online and various places, and I really have a feeling that it's more than just a natural thing that something started like as a campfire fire or something like that. I seen some stuff online, and in my mind before I seen what I saw online.
So what are they saying started this fire?
They haven't got to where it ignited actually.
But what started it?
They don't know what started it. It hasn't been declared yet what started the Paradise fire. But there is reports online that like something out of space or something from the air may have created this fire. You know?
Like a laser beam.
Like a laser beam, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
no. There's actually pictures of a Boeing 747 that they built a couple of years ago that the government paid Boeing to build this aircraft.
The Boeing company? The airplane company?
Yeah.
Okay.
They paid them to build an aircraft with a basically a huge, giant laser beam built on the back of this aircraft that it could shoot almost like a high pressure, high heat beam down to earth and either burn stuff up or disintegrate, you know, basically just get rid of whatever it hits, you know what I mean?
Are you shitting me, really?
Yeah. It's like a new
I know nothing of this.
It's a new war technique for. They say it would be used.
And you know, it would not surprise me if the government's testing it on us.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Well, I don't know.
Did you read about this or?
Yeah, I don't know if they're testing on us or whatever. But I know right now the people in charge of America, you know, running the government, are kind of bumping heads with the state of California.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And because the state of California, they kind of run their state as their state, you know, they kind of run it different. So like, you know, they have different views and they want to do stuff different than the rest of the country, you know what I mean? Which hey, I think if you got something going, it's working, whatever, you know what I mean? Who's for me to say that, you know, Dank doesn't decide,
right?
You know, shit like that. But yeah, I think maybe something fishy's going on there with those wildfires, because there's some pictures online where like the heat is so intense, you know, it's melting metal and down, and like metal guardrails are catching on fire, and you know, that's something like biblical, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. What's your thoughts on that, Birch?
Well, I it does not surprise me really. I've heard of them doing it through HAARP or something along those lines. Is actually what I read a long time ago with the fires before this one. That it was actually controlled by the government then. Really? Yeah, but a different way. They kind of done it with the lightning through HAARP or something like that. You know what I mean? It's more of the ionosphere they were using. But with this jet, it does not surprise me. It really don't. I think that could be true. Because you know, there's I've watched some weird like what do you call it, the people's like a CDC camera or whatever, like people have around their houses.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
surveillance
closed
camera. Yeah.
Whatever, closed camera system, whatever. I watched some of those, man, and it does look like a laser beam. I actually seen some that does, and I actually was thinking I'm going to see one of those fire tornadoes, but it does not look like that. I see what you're talking about. The one that got me the most was I think it showed a metal guardrail on fire.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
And that was, you know, it has to be blazing hot for a metal guardrail metal to catch on fire like that.
I seen a picture today.
And that's just crazy hot. I don't see how a wildfire can get that hot.
Yeah, I seen a picture today from online, It was a Ford F-150, and it had a hole burnt through the side, and it was round. You know what I mean? Like, how could like,
Right.
you know, how could a fire and not like burn the back bumper off or the front or the rest? Yeah. But you know, it's just it's like a laser beam or something. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah. I haven't seen no videos like that, but
I guess
I have.
You have? You seen them, see?
Yeah.
Well, you was actually the one telling me about the guardrail being on fire. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I just happened to watch it just pulled up some California wildfires, people escaping the fires.
Before the cast, we were talking.
Yeah, and this guy, he was driving on both sides, you know, of the road he was on was up in flames, and he said, "Oh no, the guardrail's on fire."
That's
and
crazy.
It was.
How does he think his vehicle's not going to be on fire in a minute, too? You know what I mean?
I know. I mean, they were all in a hurry to get out of there.
So sad.
I know. I was like, they're going to be melting. Could you imagine just melting?
Imagine what you would do.
If someone
you're going to melt before a fire actually kills you.
I know.
Or you'll pass out from the smoke or something.
Or maybe I'm thinking pain, or maybe something like that would get you first. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel bad for everybody out there. I really do.
Yeah, God bless their souls.
But
it's the cause of it. I don't know why. But
you know, I've heard people talking about religion
back to climate change too.
It does.
Climate change, because they says every year it gets hotter and hotter, and it does. Remember, we were talking. They released the global warming.
There's so many
report.
people out there in California.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's so dry. You know, they're right next to the ocean, but you'd be surprised how dry it is.
It is dry.
You know, and I don't know, man. I think people out there, that's like living in the tornado alley a little bit. You know, with California, you're gonna have one or two things: wildfires or earthquakes.
All right.
Okay. If you live close to Yellowstone, you probably will have some earthquakes there too.
We've had an earthquake while visiting Montana.
I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Me and Dank.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did.
It was crazy.
I was in Washington.
We thought a bear was shaking the car.
Wherever Mount St. Helen is, it's like a volcano. Well, I was up there one time when it first started puffing smoke, like in the early 2000s. I was up there when it started, and you could feel like a little shock wave. You know what I'm saying? So if you live close to those, you're going to you take a risk of that volcano coming down, like in Hawaii, and wiping out all your shit. That's what you deal with. That's a risk you take.
Right.
If you live next to a beach line, you take a risk of hurricanes coming.
That's why
I don't think they should be.
Well, that's why I want.
Don't get me wrong, it's a national disaster. So many at one time, that is crazy, and definitely the government should come in and try to help these people out. But I think they shouldn't be as surprised as they're acting.
No,
because once a fire gets going down there, man, if the wind picks up it's
well,
over.
I think people are just like, oh, it's kind of normal, but it's like the fires are getting worse every year, and
I just don't see how the concrete
global warming. The earth is getting hotter every year.
You think once you get to the city, like the concrete slowed down a little bit or something? You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
it burns the concrete.
They did a survey. I read 100 million people are living in places with like shitty ass air quality ever because of the wildfires.
I bet. That's gonna go around the whole United States.
When I first went to California, I had like a cold for 2 weeks.
All that
trying to get used to that shit, and I know that's
that got burned up from all those cars and everything.
I was in Colorado. Didn't Colorado have a wildfire once? I'm pretty sure it wasn't California.
Probably.
Maybe it was California. I was in after that one wildfire. I was traveling, still traveling around doing my thing, and I run into the wildfire thing. And I remember people talking about, like, right before I got there, people actually walking around with, like, the little mask on, like Michael Jackson, the medical mask.
Yeah.
Just because it was so smoky in there.
Yeah.
So with your job, you traveled around a lot. Did you feel safe traveling around in America?
Back then I did.
Did you?
Yeah. This has been, I think the last time I traveled was the 2008, 2007. And even then, I was starting to feel like,
As far as like airplane travel or just driving.
It's such a process to get on an airplane. You know what I mean? It's just stupid, really. And like I said, if you really want to do something, you're going to end up doing it.
Right. You could pull the shoestrings off your shoes and choke somebody out.
Anything. You threaten to hurt somebody.
Just anything. I mean, you really could, but.
Yeah, it just
open the emergency door. All you'd have to do is open the emergency door.
It goes back to mental health. If you're crazy enough to do stupid shit like that, you're a dumbass for one. But you know what I mean. Yeah. So you feel safe still today being an American citizen, even carrying. Are you carrying guns right now?
Yes, I am. I got 2 of them.
You got 2 of them. So what do you got on you?
I got
Let's see your
Hey,
gun.
what's my gun? I'll talk about my guns all day. I got a .40 caliber. It actually holds 12 rounds. There's nothing in the breech for the safety
So this
Gestapos
is-
out there. This is completely
your-
empty.
This is your
There's
normal
nothing in here.
40 caliber.
This is a
Pistol?
Smith & Wesson. It's actually modeled after a SIG, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's a .40 caliber. It's made by Smith & Wesson's Astra, I think's what it is. It's got weight to it, and that's what I really dig about it. And it's got this little cool decocking feature. Flip it over right there. Press that down and it'll decock it for you without pulling the trigger.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I dig that a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got this little backup one I use a lot. Just a little 38, that's all it is. And it's completely empty too.
Now, what's the manufacturer on this gun?
Taurus.
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 So those are 2 big rival companies, Taurus and Smith & Wesson.
Right, yep. No, well, yeah, they'd be rivals, I guess.
I guess
don't think they own
anybody
each
be
other,
a,
yeah.
like,
I don't think they own one.
it's
another.
not like Michigan State.
Yeah. I don't think it's like Chevy and GMC or
Yeah.
anything, you know.
No?
Like I said, I like this one because it got weight to it. And I just dig it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's, I don't know, that's why I pack around most of the time.
So, having these on you, do you feel safer?
Do I feel safer? Oh yeah, I'm completely safe. If I die, it's because of me being stupid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being a bad shot or something.
Yeah, something like that. You know, it's because either I didn't act quick enough or something like that. I can only blame it on myself after that.
Or maybe the person.
I
with your
cannot.
guns
I
and
can't. I
shoot you
can't be
with
up
your
in
own
heaven
guns.
going, man. If I had a gun too.
Or if somebody knocked you out and took your guns and shot you with your own guns.
Oh well, I mean, that's always a possibility.
So even though you're carrying these on you and you see police officers, you feel comfortable.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, I ain't gonna lie. I do not have my concealed carry weapon.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when I do see a cop, I don't go in places with my gun. Usually I pack them around my house.
I think that's kind of tacky.
Yeah. Only
I
reason
seen this couple at Walmart.
I
They
just
look
happen to have
like
them with
Billy
me.
Bob and Linda Lou.
Right, yeah. Well, I just happen to have these with me, so I was,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, if I'm just doing something like this, I know I ain't going far from where I'm staying.
Uh-huh.
I will kind of use them with me.
Right, right.
But
But if you have a
if
gun,
I see a cop, I just kind of try to hide it. You know, if you ain't got nothing going on, you ain't going to act a fool. There's no
Right.
reason for the cop to come up to you and talk to you anyway.
or if you get pulled over,
so-
that's when you have to say, "I have a gun
Yeah.
on the back of me," because you know if you touch it, you're dead.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, and you want to tell them
die.
about it. Yeah, if you get pulled over or something like that. Now, I ain't never been, luckily, packing a gun and got pulled over like that illegally or nothing. But I'm going to go get my concealed carry, definitely.
Nice.
I just ain't done it yet.
Now, have you been?
You need to do it legally.
I do. Oh, yeah.
Have
I
you
mean,
had-
I haven't been hunting. You know, last year was the first year I've been hunting a long time, so.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Have you had a problem getting bullets lately? Have you seen that?
Oh, everything's went up.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean in price wise?
Yeah.
But they're still accessible to get.
For the most part, I think at first, when the first gun scare or whatever started happening,
Yeah.
with the ARs and all that, I think everybody started buying up 22 shells, and 22s kind of got hard to find for a minute, but
They're
really,
back now.
But really, you could find them. You just had to pay the full price for them. You
Just
know?
no deals.
Yeah, like you can get online and find them all day long. I don't see what the problem was. You know,
Right.
they just went up. There's all the other thing I've seen. Shells have went up. Everything's went up.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay at least $100 to $200 more than what a gun's actually worth. But them's the bricks. You know, everybody's paying that right now. So if you want a gun, that's
It
what
makes
you're
you want
gonna
to
pay.
just live
But
like
you
a
gotta shop
caveman.
around. I mean, some guns haven't really changed much because nobody digs them.
Now, do
Like
you,
single shots,
Too
you can
bad
pick
you
those
just
up all
couldn't
day
make your
long.
own bullets.
Yeah.
Fairly easy.
You can't.
you can reload.
You can reload all day long.
Now,
Just got stuff to do it, I guess. Maybe.
does it cost, say, we had 2 guns sitting up there, Smith & Wesson and a Taurus. Does it cost Smith and Wesson and Taurus a lot of money to manufacture that gun, or not really? I know it costs about.
I would assume they wouldn't have no more than $100 to maybe $200 in the gun itself. Yeah, when you know, because they're doing it in mass quantities. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
I
a
wouldn't-
prototype.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. No, I say if you buy a gun like at a gun store or pawn shop, and it's a brand new gun, you're buying it. You want to know how many what they companies got in it? Is that what you want to know? Like,
Yeah.
nah, I say they ain't got much more. If it's $400 gun, I say they've got less than half of that in it.
So 45%, 40%.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's how, when they make a pickup truck, they basically have like $5,000 into the truck at the factory, but they sell it for $45,000.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the factory sells it to these dealerships or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So the factory will sell it to them like
At a deal.
right. They've got
rate.
5,000 in it, but they sell it to them for 15. So
Yeah,
then
then
they
that
got to
adds
charge.
on another-
They
They
buy it like wholesale, and then
they'll
they get
charge
to
40.
double. Well, they buy it
Yeah.
at wholesale, and then they get to double the price, or at their
Yeah.
own judgment.
And it-
and it's usually doubles what you charge. Like when I go to when I was doing hair, I could
Yeah.
go get hair color, or I could go get the shampoo, like Paul Mitchell hair. Come back, buy it half price at the hotel store, which only I could get in to buy it. You have to be a licensed hair professional, and then I could sell it at my shop for double.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you get that
awesome.
wholesale.
Yeah, I'm getting it wholesale and I'm doubling it.
That's why I was trying to thought about doing a gun podcast, like I said, so I can get some guns at wholesale price, you know.
Right.
But then I'd have to worry about,
You gotta get
like I
Licensing.
said, put my name or something behind the gun. I think is really shitty.
Yeah.
Because I want some more free guns from them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I ain't gonna do that.
What do you think about the younger generation and their views on guns?
Oh man, they haven't grown up with it. The only guns they see are in video games where you use them to mow down people. So immediately when they see a gun, they think, "Oh,
Well, and I think
Bad
a
shit.
lot of them probably are scared
yeah, they're scared."
because
You pull
all
a gun,
these
they
school
flinch.
shootings
welcome back to the Vancast. Right before break, we were talking about the government
And does your vote matter?
And your vote matter, exactly, Cece. Does your vote matter? What's your take on that? What do you think about the whole voting situation? Like, I know
Is
a lot
it worse getting out of the bed and going to the polls to vote?
Yeah, what do you
What do you think?
with all these recounts and the you know, all the stuff in Florida and
I really don't know. So therefore, I think everybody should get up and go vote.
Right.
I really do.
but that's so general. I mean,
Right, but
You know what I mean?
honestly, no, I really don't think nobody's vote really matters to myself. And back in my head, I'm always thinking this really doesn't matter. No way.
same here.
You know what I mean?
But if I don't do it,
But if I don't do it, I got this back in my head like you didn't vote.
Did it matter?
It's your fault.
right, did it matter?
Yeah.
Same here.
You know, so I think everybody should go vote, but
Rock the vote, y'all.
rock the vote, yeah.
Dank,
Your voice
Dank,
matters.
Dank thinks your vote doesn't matter. Honestly, that's why I had to ask you.
Yeah, I agree with you, bud.
What is CC's thoughts on this subject? Do you think your vote matters? I know
Your voice matters. Your vote matters. Rock the vote, people.
So you think
it does matter.
even a single vote could matter?
Yes,
Okay.
I know you're a
because it
registered
takes a lot of
voter.
single votes.
See, I always figured it's more of like if the state elected Democrats, then that becomes automatically Democrat states. They're going to go for Democrats. You know what I mean?
Not
just
necessarily.
Weird. It's just weird if you follow it,
Nowadays,
you know?
back in the day, if your family was Republican, you was born into it, you're Republican. It just
So
always
you can tell how stupid I am. I'm
it
from
don't
the
matter.
backwoods,
It don't
so
matter. Like,
I just don't think you're.
but now it's like sometimes, like, okay, where'd you say you was from? Kentucky.
That's where I live. Yeah.
Andy Barr and
Been
Amy
there for actually a long
McGrath.
time, like 20-something years.
Amy McGrath and Andy Barr.
Amy McGrath. There we go. That is a lesbo in disguise if I've ever seen one. Oh, son. No. She's a straight up a lick-a-lot-of-puss is what she is.
Well,
And that marriage is just a sham.
whatever her personal life may
She
be.
was trying to get voted in.
My point is this: even if
But that's not why I didn't vote for her.
it doesn't matter to me if she's a woman or
She
not.
said that she was completely like on like a total liberal, like far left. And that's what got me. If she hadn't have said far left, I'd probably been okay. Because she could be a liberal and kind of be in the middle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not really too extreme on anything. But if she's way far left, then her gun control policies are going to be through the roof. And that's what threw me off. As a working Jew.
But all she can do is suggest. With gun laws,
But if she's willing to
it's so
bend
hard to
over
even
for
try to
them,
get anything.
if they wanted to push a gun control law, she would.
Now her and Andy Barr.
I don't trust Andy Barr either, don't get me wrong. But I feel like Andy Barr's just stupid. He looks like somebody with Down syndrome. I don't think he's all there. But I trust him a little bit more than I do Andy McGrath. That's why.
Now both of them. That's why I asked you, because you're from Kentucky, where they both just campaigned. They both had a really, really close race,
All right.
and it came down to Amy McGrath losing to Andy Barr.
I keep saying, every time you say Amy McGrath, I picture that commercial of her in her soccer outfit. That was the stupidest shit in the world. I played soccer in high school, so I'm going to dress up my high school soccer
No,
outfit.
it was in the military.
Oh, in the military. Sorry.
Really, I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, it was real good.
It was funny.
But
Sorry.
but no. Getting back to it, they at the end it came down to a really, really close race.
It did, it was
Within
kinda
6,000-7,000 votes. Now
I think it was
You're-
like
you
2 or
s-
3.
the people of Kentucky have kind of voiced their opinions, like all the teacher stuff that's been happening over there
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Do you really think it was that close? I mean, I really thought that Kentucky was really going to go the other way. You know what I mean?
After, because Andy Barr was at the
Well,
Trump
Trump come to
rallies.
town.
Yeah, Trump come to Richmond,
Yeah.
which is actually fairly close from where I live at, and after seeing that, I kind of feared she was going to lose. Because she kept, saying she admitted she's more of a Democrat than Republican. You know what I mean?
So you think just his presence coming to
I think
that
anybody
state-
Republican would have took that state.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of picking a list of two evils. That's why I think anybody should be able to run.
Yeah, I believe.
I don't
that
think
you
they should limit us to two people.
Yeah, I don't think you should have to
Well, they
label
don't.
yourself.
Especially for
Yeah.
president. There should be like 6, 7 people in there. Why not? Mix it up.
Well, they do start off with that, and then they come down
But
to
that's
the
stupid. Why?
last two.
I didn't vote then. You know what I mean? I don't see how they're voting amongst themselves or some shit. So
No, they're having them.
See, that's what I mean. I don't really truly think your vote matters in the end. They're gonna
They're gonna go by whatever the state
They're
majority.
gonna put in there whoever they want to put in there. You know
Trump,
what I mean?
I think Trump they threw in there because they knew it was going to piss a lot of people off and it would cause a bunch of riots, and that's what they wanted. I think the government was trying to fuck with us.
Oh yeah, I think he's just a puppet. I mean,
The government wants us to come to.
truly, would you put something,
A one-world
somebody in there
government.
that was that kind of loopy and crazy? You know what I mean? I mean,
See, the thing is this: even the president goes into the White House, they know he's a temporary person. So therefore, if something that is secretly classified, they're not going to tell him.
yeah, he really
So he's out of
doesn't.
the loop on a bunch of
He's
shit.
limited,
Yeah, he is.
He's just
just like
He's
Amy.
a figure.
Just like
Yeah,
Amy
yeah.
McGrath.
He's just a
would-
face to put out there and relate
just like Amy
to
McGrath
make us
would
swallow
be,
it.
and Andy McGrath or Andy Barr. Andy Barr to me is he's just stale. He just is like a puppet on the strings.
He looks like that fucking dude from Emptiness, the retarded one.
Yeah, but he just he just don't do a lot. And I'm tired of paying him not
I'm
to
drunk.
do jack shit.
You're gonna get a lot of hate mail for that one. I make a
no. I just think a lot of bad things have been coming out of Andy Barr's side of
stale.
things. you
He's
know.
just. I just don't think he's all the.
He's taking away people's
Yeah.
pensions. He's messing with the Medicare and stuff, and that's
See, that's
something,
not right to the
that's
older
not
people.
right.
Yeah, but
you
as
know
soon as
what
he
I
gets
mean?
in there, he's bombarded. As soon as anybody gets in there, they're bombarded with just bullshit about any kind of little law. You know what I'm saying? So he probably thinks he's doing the right thing for something because somebody's convinced him he has. That's what I think Andy Barr is. He's just kind of slow.
He's a puppet on
And
the
somebody can
string.
convince him easily. To
I
do
think they're all
whatever.
puppets, man.
I do too.
You know what I mean?
And I think
they are.
I think Trump may have the only thing I think Trump does that they don't have scripted out or whatever is his little tweets. I think that
He
kinda,
definitely is tweeting.
I think
it
they're
himself.
kind of like I think they're you know what I'm saying they're like
He
"This
definitely is
motherfucker."
tweeting those himself.
Yeah, but
He doesn't have somebody doing it.
yeah, but, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, I think they knew he was going to come in. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe the
It's something
spider
all
come
planned
out of our
out.
Christmas stuff.
Yeah, he just had spiders show up on his hand. Speaking of ghost stories, boom, just come
Yeah.
out of nowhere, man. I'm telling you, I've got a video. You should post it on here. Is my door opens up as I walk by it and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
So you
no, I'm serious, man.
You think there's ghosts out there?
Yeah, I think there's ghosts everywhere. I
You-
think it
you
follows
live
me
in a-
around, man. That's what I'm saying.
So you got a ghost story you want to share on the Vancast?
Vancast. Sure.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I seen my ceiling fan one time, man. Turning like it wasn't on. It was just turning real slow. Then it stopped and started turning the other way. I seen that. I've seen doors open.
Really?
Yeah, like I walk, they'll be closed and I walk by them. And I'll hear like, and I look back and they're open.
Have
Something.
you
moves
tried
around.
to debunk everything?
Yeah. I walk by, stomp my foot by the door, make sure I didn't swing it open with my foot. You know, and I still maybe consider that still maybe me walking by it. Maybe it just kind of jarred it open somehow. I've had like shit break. Just be on a shelf in the middle of the shelf and it just
Like
fall on the floor.
Elf. Maybe it's Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on a shelf. That's what it is, man.
Ghost on
I
a
got a
shelf.
gremlin come by and just throw shit up. But no, I was with a girl one time down at her parents' house, and she was telling a ghost story about shit breaking. And at that time, a shelf right beside me fell to the floor and broke every little figurine she had on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cray cray.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, spider come out of nowhere.
Yeah, ghost. You want to play a game of war, and let's touch on the topic war.
Okay.
All right. You go first.
That's all you, buddy.
That's me. So, do you think this next election, is it a critical point? Do you think the next guy that gets elected, will he be dealing with the same war tactics? Do you think there's countries that really want to go to war with us right now? Are we in danger?
Yeah, I think we are. If it's not done the right way, I think it could be really bad for us. Let's war. I declare war.
What is it anyway?
Oh, you got me.
So you think? Let's just throw it out there. You think North Korea? You think they're just bluffing with us? You think they're just playing with us, or
Yeah,
what?
I don't think. No, the only thing we need to be worried about is when they start teaming up. You know, like if Russia teams up with North Korea, and you know what I'm saying, everybody starts teaming up with them, and then they come after us, then maybe we start worrying. I don't think they want to nuke us, really, because I think they want United States. You know what I mean? I don't think they would just make that land uninhabitable.
So you kind of feel like we could be in the middle of kind of Russia and North Korea. You know, like you see pictures of like Europe and shit after the Second World War, shit like that. I think that could easily happen here. Yeah, but that's why everybody should be armed. You know, that's another reason.
Yeah, it's another reason why I think everybody should be armed. You know, not that they're gonna come in and just take us over, but just in case, you never know.
Yeah. That's a really touchy subject.
It is really.
I really think you can't really. You want to trust other countries and you want to trust those leaders,
Well,
but
you want peace.
yeah, you really want peace. But when you turn your back and leave, and they're doing other things like killing our journalists and stuff like that.
No more nuclear testing, and they take off testing nukes and shit. You know.
Yeah, I really think they're just lying to our face. You know.
They are. I think a lot of it is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that I think a lot of the public don't know, including me. I mean, I don't know nothing about nothing, but I'm uninformed. But I think a lot of it is, you know what I'm saying? They're probably doing a whole lot more than we even know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. We live in a.
I could go on and on, Todd, if you really want to get into the stuff. But right now, I think the best thing for the United States would be to pull out of anywhere we are at, come back to the U.S., come back to home soil, reinforce our troops here, protect our borders. I think we'll be okay. We need to stop dipping our nose in other people's bullshit.
Oh yeah, for sure. We need to stop.
If they're fighting over another man, you know what? Let them fight it out. Why is it our battle for?
Yep. I think we need to stop arming other countries. You know what I mean? Stop showing them our technology and giving them ideas.
We're selling them our weapons.
Yes. Stop dealing with them completely. Everyone's getting pissed about all this tariffs and shit. Who gives a shit, man? Make them go broke.
If we were fighting, like say the North was fighting against the South in the U.S., okay, we had a little civil war going on right here. What would you think of another country coming in fighting for the South if he's part of the North? He'd be upset. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like we're doing. We're coming in the middle of a war and siding with one side. That, you know what I'm saying? Of course it's going to be conflict. We're not trying to help everybody. We're trying to help that one side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's bullcrap. I think it's bullcrap. I don't think we should stick our nose in other people's shit.
Oh, no, I totally agree with you.
When you worry about the homeless and everything that's going on right here in the U.S.
Yes, we need to worry about our own people.
We need to make ourselves sustainable. We should have fuel that runs off corn, the ethanol. We should have all our vehicles run on that. You know how many farms that would
help so much farmers
legalize
right now that-
weed everywhere. We'd have weed
Yeah.
farms and corn everywhere.
Hey, it goes
Pizza
back.
trucks on the interstate, as far as I can see.
Hey, there
It'd
we
be
go.
Great.
We're going back to the legalization of marijuana. That would help so much of these farms that have been just boarded up and gone dormant from not us. You know, a lot of people don't want to admit, but the government, I have to blame the government on this. They've outsourced our own food crop to other countries. So like they've tried to mind fuck us in a way where, you know, they don't want you to buy from your local farmer anymore. They want you to buy from these big food chains.
Yeah, they want you to go to Food Line or Kroger's or somewhere.
Yeah. Walmart and shit like that.
Walmart, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go buy everything from Walmart.
Why? Because
You're killing everybody else in the town, you know what I mean?
yeah, you're killing, but all you're doing is just killing that local farmer that's growing the best shit in your own town. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's so much more we could talk about. Anyone got any ideas? How about you, CC?
I just think, well, a lot of times in grocery stores, they'll have sections where it'll say locally grown tomatoes.
I have seen this.
So you can buy locally if it's, you know, offered at these, you know.
I can't
like
wait.
Walmart doesn't, I know.
Tank can't wait till he can go to the grocery store and buy weed.
The grocery store. I need 2 bushels of bud.
No, you just pack it up in your little plastic
You want
bag.
by the
rip
pound or
off.
by the ounce?
Yeah.
By the pound.
I need
Freshly
some,
sliced, please.
I need some flour.
Freshly groomed.
Flour.
I need some flour.
I need some flour.
I
I
cannot
need a
wait.
bouquet.
I cannot wait.
Oh, they'll
I
be
need a
make-
bud cake.
Oh, in their deli, they'll be
Bud
making.
cake, that's
They'll be
funny.
making like weed cakes and brownies.
What I'm tired of,
We cake some
what I'm tired,
pack
you
of
know,
lefties. and
we've
shit.
been traveling through California, Oregon, Washington. Like all those states are weed friendly. You know what I mean? What I'm,
Everybody a little bit calmer.
oh yeah,
I bet traffic jams don't seem half as bad.
Be like, well, while I'm waiting.
Yeah, while I'm waiting, but the whole fucking interstate smells like a damn skunk. You know?
But you know what? There's no road rage.
I know what I'm saying. The pizza man's a popular
Yeah,
guy
it-
for the
it-
traffic jam.
it
Be like,
cured
let
road rage,
him
man.
buy,
Like,
folks.
here we go.
It cured road rage.
People be
I bet it
ordering
did.
pizza waiting in traffic.
There's no more
Yeah, I'm
road
stuck
rage
on
in,
the
in
interstate,
Oregon and shit.
and I'm
You know what I mean? But
Are
yeah.
you gonna let me hit that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
skipping CC.
I am over here laid on the bed.
So does anyone, before we stop for this episode?
I have to come back sometime, man.
Yes, yes,
definitely.
Verge. Thank you very much, Verge, for being on tonight.
Something about signing the table.
But before we end tonight's show, do you want to talk about anything?
Nah, I think I'm
Have we
okay.
covered everything?
I got a little stoned, a little drunk. I'm good.
Man, it's been my pleasure having
real,
you on.
man.
My host, my co-host CC.
I'm glad I was out this way to do this, man.
I'm sure she enjoyed having you on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Anytime,
it's been a while.
brother.
It's been a long time.
Well, we'd want you to sign the table.
All right. Anywhere I want, right?
And once again, man, thanks again for meeting up with us and having a good little sesh with us and just getting your thoughts of, you know, the general topics out there in the world and what's going on. And hey, man, thanks for being a good guy and a good American citizen.
That's right. I hope I haven't offended anybody too much on your podcast.
Hey, man,
You'll get a lot of hate mail probably.
it is what it
Everybody's
is.
got different opinions.
I guess so.
Yeah, you have a good night.
You too, guys. I want to see myself to my dormitory.
Till next time,
Till next time.
Virgil.
Bye, people.
Bye, people. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody enjoy your weekend.
Drink up.
Till
smoke
next
up.
time, till episode 2, you guys enjoy, be safe, be good people, love each other, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bro, Kato.